flavors are melting on my tongue. Life is too short to dwell on the past. Focus on the present. Bitch, you have one.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
My heart just goes out to all those people who lost their lives and their families. You guys, and happy new year. I'm doing my 100 days of believing bigger devotional journal. This is the one I was telling you guys in one of my videos. I hadn't been doing it every single day, but the last 3 weeks I've been doing it every single day without fail. So I have my bedside table. I wanted to share with you guys the message today. The main topic is belief in faith. The title is focusing forward, and it says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Jesus Christ. Philippians 3:14, the King James Version. And the passage says, everything fresh that God has for you is ahead. We are to learn from the past, but we cannot live there. God's mercies, gifts, and blessings are new each and every day. It's wonderful to celebrate the good and give God praise, but we also must be careful not to romanticize the past. Otherwise, we'll neglect the gifts of the present and miss the pathway into the future. Pressing on toward the mark of the prize of the high calling means that we focus forward. Release what and who didn't work out. It's time to operate in your expectation, not your experience. There is something sweeter on the horizon, but we must believe it to seize it. It's time to shed the wounds and worries and raise your faith and expectancy. That's the only way to enter the new dimension and promised land God has specifically for you. Wow. To say like this is the beginning of the year and this is the passage, these patches don't have dates. Like this is literally just day 44. I date it every single time. So it's crazy that for the first of the year I landed on this passage. Wow. And the prompt today says, how have you been putting your faith in or living in your past experiences versus in faith stretching expectations? For me, past experiences, it really does skew my vision moving forward. I let things that have happened to me in the past dictate how I operate in the future, if that makes sense. Oftentimes it causes me to self-sabotage. Let's chat in the comments. Let me know down below something that has happened in your past that you tend to sometimes live in instead of learn from. For me, it's definitely being heartbroken, betrayed, or let down by people showing you who they are, my friend group getting smaller because of jealousy. It's going forward, I feel like I can't trust people. I feel like I can't let people in, and I'm working on it, but I do hold grudges a lot, and that's because I'm living in the past instead of learning from it and moving forward. And I always feel like I operate with this like sense of forgiveness, like I move throughout the world like I'm just so open and I forgive and I move on. Then something will happen that retraces those steps, and all those thoughts will come to my mind in the forefront, and I'm like, this is why I don't trust people, this is why I don't like people, this is why I want to seclude myself in my house and never leave, this is why I don't want to talk to people, this is why my friend group is the size of a dot. Yeah, I definitely need to stop, because it's the same thing as you wouldn't want people to treat you. I need to learn to not have the past dictate my feelings toward people, especially if those people have apologized or we've worked through it. I feel like I still hold on to it as like a, don't forget, this is what they told you, this is what they showed you. So even though I'm like, oh yeah, I forgive you, in the back of my head, I'm still gonna hold on to that. And then if something happens, I'm gonna bring it up again. And then my brain's gonna self-sabotage and be like, see, this is why we held on to that memory. I'm just gonna jot down my prompt, but I wanna say at the end, the prayer is, Lord, thank you for what you've brought me through. Prepare my heart, mind, and spirit for the future you're taking me to. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm writing in my day by day that Mia got me. Day by day for a better you. Oh my God, this is so good. And the prompt literally says, life is too short to dwell on the past. Focus on the present. Like, this is just all by coincidence. This was on no specific day. I literally only date these. I was on day 44. Wow. Talk about needing a message. Wow. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Damn, girl, didn't we just see you cooking for Christmas? Hell yeah, you did, but I'm back again to bring y'all the ultimate, well, one of the ultimate New Year's dishes. I'm not doing black eyed peas. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever even eaten that before. But we're going to be doing smothered turkey necks and some cabbage. So as always, I'm seasoning the hell out of my food. What's new? We've got onion powder, garlic powder, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, Old Bay seasoning, and every single Chef Papadon seasoning you can think of except the vegetable magic. Like I always say, if I ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. Then I'm going in with an entire stick of butter. Following that up, I'm filling up my pot with 2 cartons of beef broth. And next I'm getting into cleaning off my grapes. Thanks to my cousin Asia, she actually reminded me that people eat grapes under the table for New Year's. And it's not just about being in a healthy relationship, you guys. It's also about having abundance, prosperity, and getting luck within the new year. So we're cleaning off these green grapes. I'm using some of my fruit and vegetable wash that I get from Trader Joe's. In the meantime, off camera, I did boil 2 pots of water, 1 pot for my eggs. I am making deviled eggs again. They came out fire for Christmas. And then in this other pot of water, I'm going to be boiling a few of my turkey necks, and these turkey necks are going to go in the cabbage. And of course, before I stick my turkey necks in the oven to smother, I'm just adding some sliced up onion and garlic. And we're going to be putting that in the oven at 350 degrees for about 4 hours. Now that my eggs are boiled, I'm dumping out that water and filling up the pot with cold water. And then I'm just peeling all of my eggs, slicing it in half long ways, and putting the yolk in a separate bowl to the side. And if you guys want to check out how I make these deviled eggs, go ahead and check out our most recent video, the last video of 2024, my Christmas vlog. These deviled eggs came out so bomb for Christmas, I had to run it back. For my cabbage, I'm making a pork stock from the pickled tips. After 2 hours, the water has really cooked down, but I'm not going to throw it out. I'm going to strain it into a separate glass container and set that to the side because we're going to use it later. For my cabbage, I'm making sure to thoroughly clean them with cold water. Y'all know what happened to me last time with the mustard greens. In sections, taking one big section, putting it on this cutting board, cutting it up, and then putting all of my cut cabbage into a clean crawfish tray. I'm placing that pork stock I set aside into a large empty pot and turning our fire on medium heat. And to that, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. Once my butter has melted, I'm placing 1 yellow onion minced into the mixture. I'm going to give that a quick stir, turn on a 5-minute timer, and let that saute. It's been 5 minutes and it's cooked down some, but the onions aren't caramelized like I want them to be just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and add in minced garlic, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and Chef Papadon's vegetable magic. And I don't have measurements for my seasoning, y'all. I just eyeball it and I wait until the ancestors whisper to me that's enough. I give that a quick stir and I let it sit for about another 2 to 3 minutes. After those 2 to 3 minutes, I'm taking all of my cabbage because I'm using a very big pot, giving that a quick stir, covering that with a lid, and letting that cook down for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going in with more Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning and Chef Papadon's vegetable magic, as well as I'm adding my turkey necks that I boiled in plain water to the cabbage. And I'm going to let that cook for 15 minutes, and honestly, that's it. That's how simple it is to make cabbage, you guys. And before I get ready to go to Danielle, her mom and dad's little Luther party, I think it's the showing of like the new movie. I wanted to show you guys my little OOTD. Sweatpants are from White Fox Boutique. I've been having them for a while now. Believe it or not, this shirt is from Shein. I love it. I've worn it so many times already. And then I just got my blonde hair I did earlier. I didn't show you guys. Y'all, this is why I don't need to buy wigs, because I was literally like, oh, I kind of want to buy a blonde wig. And then I looked in my wig basket and I was like, bitch, you have one. So anyway. Yeah, I'm about to go shower, put on a cute, comfortable outfit. She said just dress casual.
Ooh, it's something about, just something about the way she moves. I can't figure it out. It's something about her. I said, ooh, it's something about kind of woman that wants you but don't need you. Hey, I can't figure it out.
Cute, cozy. I'll put my long silver cross necklace on with it. I've been wearing silver jewelry lately and I really like it. This is what we got. All right, let's go. Let's see how tender my turkey necks are, if they need more time. Super tender. It's really good, but I think a few more minutes, like 15.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
At all if I get rejected, at least then I won't regret it. Regret the fact I missed the chance for romance.
That's a dark brightest block paper cube. She's cute.
She had, she said,
But what's your name? Where are you from? And can I come
let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind.
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
The food is really, really good, you guys. I did such a good job. But before we close out, I just want to get serious for a second. Yesterday, around 3 a.m., a armed gunman drove his pickup truck through Bourbon Street, killing now 16 people confirmed dead and injuring 30. He had bombs with him, more guns, and people don't think that he acted alone. First of all, my heart just goes out to all those people who lost their lives and their families. Because one thing about New Orleans, if you're on Bourbon Street, it's typically not locals. Most of these people were probably just visiting to bring in the new year, have some fun, go on vacation, and for it all to be ruined in an instant by someone's stupidity. Some people just really suck. Thank God for the first responders, the police officers, the firefighters. I saw some videos of people saying how their security guards and the bouncers really protected the people inside the buildings by closing the doors. So many people on the streets, civilians who helped other people who were bleeding out. I'm not going to include any videos in here. It's the first day of the year. It's just so tragic. All we could do is pray and stay together as a community. It's just so evil. It's very, very devastating. It's very sad. I just pray for everyone involved, because I know beyond getting physically hurt, a lot of people are going to be messed up mentally from this. Nothing like this has ever happened in our city, and he deliberately drove his truck at high speeds through crowds of people. It was barricaded off by a police car, but the video that I saw, he drove around the police car. Just sick. I just don't understand how people could be so sick and twisted. I'm gonna finish my food.
She be moving so quick, you never see her coming. She wants to see Wanda. She on me.